Hey YouTubers, today we're working on a fence and I'm going to demonstrate how to use a hook scraper. So let's get right into our demonstration. So this is our project. We're looking at the top of a privacy fence and you can see that the paint has been weathered pretty badly here. So to take all that loose paint off, I just wanted to demonstrate how you can use a hook scraper to clean this up. So you just place the hook scraper on the surface to be cleaned and you just drag it like that. Don't be concerned about raising the fibers around the knots and on the surface of this material, because eventually it's going to be sanded smooth. But for now we just want to get all this loose peeling paint off the surface. Like so. Now you'll notice that where the paint is really adhered quite well, it's not going to come off with the hook scraper, and that's fine. That just means that it's adhering quite well at that point. And maybe once we use the orbital sander it may come off a little more, but we want to smooth the edges of that paint best we can before we start to refinish. So you can see how we've taken the majority of that loose paint off with the hook scraper. And we'll just demonstrate a little bit more. You can see that it really makes quick work removing this paint. It's not the most pleasant job, but if you have the best tools that you can buy, the most comfortable tools, it'll make things a lot more pleasant. So now we've given this a preliminary scraping down. You can see we've got the majority of that loose paint off. Looks much better. But now we want to work our way back. You can see how clean it is on the end there. And just fine tune it a little bit. We can really work it, get that loose stuff off. And again you can kind of see the grain being raised there. Don't want to worry about that too much. Just focus on getting that loose paint off. So now you can see that the majority of that loose paint has been scraped off with a hook scraper. And there's still a residue of stain there, but we can sand it with an orbital or a palm sander, and then as we coat it we can sand between coats and it'll be nice and smooth again. The surface got a little worn with time, and obviously as the moisture sits and as the sun attacks this horizontal surface, it'll deteriorate the paint. So we just use the hook scraper to take the worst of that off and then sand it, same as we did the top. This obviously isn't the same surface we were working on, but I just wanted to demonstrate how we can hold this ergonomically friendly hook scraper, and this soft rubber handle makes it easier if we're doing this all day, and this gives us the ability to put pressure on the piece as we work. So I'll just demonstrate how we use this. We can see the loose paint coming off there, but it's actually adhered quite well at this point. So what we do is we just leave it and we'll sand this edge before we refinish, and we'll obviously make sure it's really nice and dry. Sand all this grain down again, and sound this edge where the paint has been. So obviously this area of the paint is adhered really well. So we'll sand down these edges and then we're ready to refinish.